everyone. So here we are again for another interview, this time with one of our web developer business partners, Jason Carr from Fuel Design. Jason, welcome and good to see you.
Thanks very much. Good to be here.
So Fuel Design and Convergence have been partnering for some time, especially around integrations with e-commerce websites that Fuel develop. Fuel Design specialize around a platform called Encore. I'll let Jason talk a bit more about that in a moment, but it's a very exciting platform. We've just recently delivered some interesting projects with B2B and B2C functionality, loyalty points and things like that. So Jason, maybe just give us a quick rundown on what you guys do at Fuel Design, what you specialize in, where you excel, and how customers can benefit from working with Fuel Design.
Sure, thanks, Mike. Yeah, look, Fuel's been going now for just over 20 years. We finally clicked over 20 years. Yeah, we've seen a lot of changes since the onset, and it's been a very interesting place to be in the web in the last few years. Yeah, so we've come from humble beginnings, starting off as designers, but it's really our forte. It was a design company, and we got more into content management systems and development, and hence where we are today. We're at a point now where we're doing complex integration with Mark and his team at Convergence, and yeah, pulling out some pretty amazing things for some pretty amazing customers. And yeah, Encore is our platform of choice these days for most of our e-commerce. Sometimes we look at every project that comes in separately, and everyone has different requests and things, so it's not always Encore. But we do love the Encore system because of who they are, the speed, the search engine optimization it gives us, the ability for our clients to be able to do all their marketing, automations, e-commerce, actual creation of a beautiful website, and everything in one place. But bar the inventory, it does have inventory, but complex inventory management, ERP accounting and everything, which is obviously where we come in to our conversation with Mark and the boys there.
So how did you arrive at Encore? Because I think when we first engaged, you guys were working very much with the Adobe Business Catalyst platform, which has obviously gone through quite a sudden change. Yeah. But how did you arrive at Encore? You obviously looked at a number of different platforms and evaluated and so forth. Tell us more.
So we wanted something with the ability to create amazing websites and to have integrated e-commerce, and most importantly, the ability to do marketing, emails, and automations. So there weren't a lot of digital marketing platforms out there that really did anything close to what Encore did. And it was a bonus. They happened to be an Australian-based company, so it was a little bit more local than the likes of some of the bigger companies that we were dealing with. Yeah, we took 6 months to choose that platform. We'd been through some pretty serious changes, and we didn't want to go through that again. They've been fantastic. We've got full flexibility, and we've been able to really achieve some amazing things for our customers through it. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, it sounds like a really good platform, and those recent projects where we've worked together have actually been enjoyable from a technology perspective. Sometimes we find some of the platforms can be very, very complex to work with. Working with your team and the Encore platform has actually been really quite refreshing. So yeah. I think it'll be good to see if we can get a couple of our recent clients to join us on a call and actually talk a bit about their experience with features like loyalty points in particular, which I think right now is probably quite a hot topic out there, because there's been such a huge transition to online business, and to keep customers and turn them into loyal customers, through a loyalty point scheme, for example, has got to be quite a valuable thing.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that we're seeing a lot of these days. I mean, for probably the last decade, we've seen people realize that the website is no longer the center of the wheel, of the hub, like it used to be. And nowadays you can do all sorts of things completely away from the website, but the website's still a vitally important part. But these days, you might have 3 or 4 different websites for different countries and all sorts of things. And they will give information, they'll give local, pricing, you can buy directly from the website. But a lot of the campaigns and things that we've been doing for customers, they can buy directly from Facebook or Instagram or all sorts of other places. So yeah, the website is less of the center of the hub these days. It's more the ERP solution, and that's where Mark and the team come in to really tie it together. And we aren't left with having to tie in, hundreds of little things, because the Encore system supplies most of what we need for the customer's day-to-day usage for marketing and automations. Like if Johnny's bought this guitar last week and now he wants to, we want to send him an email about a guitar case, but he just bought a guitar case. So we can notice that we'll send him something about some guitar strings, that sort of thing is all built in, and it's lovely because we notice our clients actually using this stuff. Where when it was external, they had to log in and upload the products and upload the image and all that sort of thing. It was cumbersome. It still is cumbersome, and we notice people don't use it as much. But when it's right in front of them and it's super simple, they actually use it. So it's been fantastic to watch companies sort of grow through that.
No, that's exactly right. I think that's a good way of putting it. Everyone likes to think that their bit of the technology stack is the center of the hub, and we have diagrams showing our Cody integration in the center and so forth. But the reality is that from an integration perspective, we are, if you wish, the transmission layer. We basically are just the bit in the middle, but I strongly subscribe to the idea that the company's business software, whether it's an ERP or it's their accounting or inventory management software, that's actually the core of the business, where ultimately they report their performance. They do their financials out of that, they do their inventory out of that. That is really the core of the business. And then you've got all these features attached onto it. One of which is obviously an online branch, an online sales outlet, which is your website or multiple websites for different geographies. Taking that perspective kind of, brings us to an understanding of where the data needs to be maintained, ideally. And that's often the mantra that we try and take to customers, to say, well, you have an opportunity now to say, you can maintain your product details in one place, all of the attributes of a product in one place, and have them fed out to your New Zealand website and to your Australian website. And say through those websites, then, especially with the Encore platform that's got all that extra marketing capability, then have specific marketing campaigns and what have you executed that are targeted, that are unique to a client, but that draw on up-to-date and current data out of your core business system. So the pricing is always up to date, the stock availability is always up to date, and so forth. So that's, I think, where together we have quite a strong value proposition to take to the market.
Exactly. And with the website, these days we're doing a lot of B2B, as you know, together. But, sometimes the website is for information for B2C, and then you have a login for the B2B side of things. But then they can maybe track their orders and purchase orders and see, check on pricing quickly and things like that. We can have quick payments for wholesalers where it's just a list of everything, and they just have 10 of these, 100 of those, click, check out. It creates a purchase order. Maybe it's on account, they can see their general pricing, but the source of truth is coming from the ERP. Yeah, the use of the website for B2B is quite different than it used to be, a while back. From our perspective, it's been great to get rid of things like customers sending you faxes, and ringing up the sales guys constantly, when they can just jump onto a quick order for a B2B wholesale side of things and order it, and then go straight to the ERP. Maybe it's finalized through that. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's cool. And yeah, it's been really refreshing working with you guys, as I was saying earlier. So for those of you out there on the path of possibly looking for a different or new website platform, I strongly encourage you to have a look at Fuel Design's offering, and the Encore platform in particular. I think it's definitely one to watch out for. And from our perspective, Jason, we look forward to doing more projects together with you guys. It's great.
It's always exciting. Yeah.
Strong partnership. Long may it last. And thank you for coming on the video.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Yes,
Cheers.
thank you.